In this video, I will be sharing my knowledge on some habits that can help you change your life and fix your health. So let's get into that. So what up YouTube, I'm Kristers, and if you're new, I just want to introduce you to myself. And yeah, this video will be really important and you can learn a lot from it, especially from the self-improvement perspective, because I have been on it for about, give or take, 4 years. And yeah, there are like a lot of things that I have learned from my own mistakes and from other people's mistakes, but the most important thing is that I have the knowledge and the experience, and you can learn a lot from me. So yeah, I will teach you how to become a better man, how to fix your mental health, also probably fix your physical health, because I have done both of those things, and yeah, you can do it as well. And so the first thing that I really suggest you guys to start doing is go hitting the gym, or at least start doing calisthenics, because that for me was the thing that enabled me to start learning all of this new stuff that has been really helpful for me to become the person that I am. It doesn't matter if it's the gym, if it's calisthenics, even if you enjoy running or biking, something like that. It can make you really happy. Like, it's also not like the only thing that can make you happy, and there are other things that you should be doing to make you happy. The second thing is social media. Basically, if you are using too much Instagram, TikTok, or well, YouTube is not that bad if you're learning new stuff, but yeah, you can maybe even delete those apps that are distracting you way too much, like TikTok, maybe Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Like, if you want to become great, the only social media you should use is really YouTube, and that's it. And yeah, like, social media is pretty much designed to brainwash you and make your attention span like 5 seconds long. And yeah, for me that was also quite a problem, because also to this day I rarely do it, but I sometimes still like scroll on the YouTube Shorts, but at least now I like notice it quickly. Before I was like scrolling for half an hour, only then I noticed that half an hour has passed and I have done nothing. So yeah, at least now it's like a maximum of like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I understand that it's time to do something more productive. And pretty much that's it for social media. So the third thing, NoFap. Yeah, this one really was a game changer for me, because before I had like a porn addiction. I was watching it every day, like even doing that, you know, multiple times a day. And I'm not proud to admit it, but I'm proud to admit that I have changed and become a better man and conquered the biggest addiction of my life. But I was like 11, 12, maybe even a bit younger when I first saw the stuff, and right now I'm 18, so yeah, I'm really glad that I changed now rather than later. And I kind of started to see some videos on NoFap like 4 years ago when I was around 14, and yeah, I remember thinking that I really wanted to like be successful at it, but it was really hard. Sometimes I had like a streak of 1 week, and also in the beginning that I stumbled upon NoFap. I was also doing some other bad stuff, like I was smoking cigarettes, using the snooze, you know. Also occasionally drinking some alcohol, getting hammered, and yeah. I was basically 14 at that time. That year was really bad for me, but I'm glad that it happened because I have learned a lot from it. And honestly, those were my mistakes when I was just a stupid kid. Well, I'm still probably a stupid kid, but I just know the right things that can get me to the right place. And yeah, then as I started NoFap, my energy levels went a bit up, but I was still doing other bad habits. One thing that was good was that before I started the bad habits of drinking and smoking, was that I started working out with those same friends that introduced me to the smoking and drinking. So yeah, at least I have to thank them for that. And yeah, like porn is really ruining your brain if you're doing too much of that bad stuff, and like having multiple tabs open at the same time, watching all of the stuff, you know. I have been there, and it was really bad for my brain. And yeah, I remember just feeling exhausted every day because I was doing this all day. Well, not all day, but yeah, I was thinking way too much about it. And like, that's just suffering. If you're thinking about that stuff like way too much, it's basically suffering. And I do not wish upon anybody to be like that, because basically when you want to do that all day, you're wasting your seed, wasting your powerful masculine energy. And yeah, your confidence, oh god, my confidence was so low. Like, I was so scared to talk in front of people, like, god. Like, that's the way that porn changes your brain, and I suggest you to quit. So yeah, let's move on to the next step. So meditation. Oh yeah, what a great one. Also, don't forget to drink your water. So why is meditation so good? Meditation really changes how you think completely. Before I meditated, I had like all of these negative thoughts about myself, that I was never enough, and basically those thoughts, they were just tiring me out mentally. Like, I remember without meditation, my mind was just fucked. And literally, meditation changed my brain. It's basically like exercise, but for your brain. And yeah, I cannot suggest it enough to you. Meditation might even be the most important thing that you can start with, because your mind is the most important thing that you should change. Like, when your mind changes, everything you know in your life changes along with it. The way you see the world, how you think about yourself, your confidence. And yeah, you should really meditate. I will leave a link to a video down below that I have been using for around a year, maybe even more, to meditate. And yeah, it's 23 minutes and 49 seconds long, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's like the best meditation that I have found. And yeah, I suggest you to go meditate. Well, in the beginning you can also use like a meditating app, and the way that you should meditate is just focusing on your breathing. I personally like to just lay down and in a sleeping position on my back, then just close my eyes and just focus on my breath, and yeah, really calm the mind down, only focusing on my breath. And yeah, that should really help. In the beginning you can do like 1 to 2 minutes, then like after some days you can increase it up to 10 minutes. And personally I took like a month, maybe a little bit less, to get to the 23 minutes, but now I'm at that level that it's enough for me. And yeah, it's really good, works amazingly well for the mind, calms the mind really down. And because I was really overthinking everything, and my mental health was just ruined because I wasn't meditating. So the next thing that you should do is watch self-improvement YouTube. And well, I'm trying to become that YouTuber, but a really good example is Hamza. Also like David Goggins is a really good example. And yeah, I just really like those guys because they have achieved so much in their life, and their mentality is just something that I have finally kind of gotten a taste of from the heart, from within. Yeah. And yeah, why you should watch those self-improvement channels is because of one reason. They really have a lot of knowledge, and you can use that knowledge. For example, I have learned most of the stuff from them, so I'm really thankful for them. But also, I had to go through some stuff myself. Yeah, they weren't like the only reason that I'm as successful as I am with this stuff. And I also had to put like a lot of work in to become the person that I want to be. And yeah, I just want you guys to know that it doesn't happen overnight, and it literally took me like 4 years to get to this point. And yeah, I can finally say that I'm successful. Well, not as successful financially, but mentally really successful. And that's the thing that matters. It's the champion's mindset that really boosts your mentality, you know. And so the sixth thing is high quality diet. Like, if you're eating high quality foods most of the time, well, you can have cheat meals. You can for sure have cheat meals, and quite a lot of them. For example, I have 1 to 2 cheat meals every week, and yeah, those are the times that I really enjoy the dopamine hits from the great food that I have. And yeah, I pretty much don't worry that much about diet because I have learned a lot, and pretty much you have to eat well, high quality foods most of the time. If you have enough protein, carbs and fats, you should be healthy, and also your mental health should get better. Yeah, your energy levels are like the main thing that's improved from your diet, and you can put in a lot more work if you eat a lot of healthy food. Well, healthy food for me is like rich in micronutrients, but also not that processed. Like, for example, crisps, they're quite processed, but they are like one of my favorite cheat meals, and I pretty much have them every week. So yeah, once a week or twice a week is like the golden point for me. Maybe for you it's a bit different, but yeah, as long as you're healthy, you can eat whatever you want, like to a limit, of course. Don't go overboard, but also while I'm still young, I can have like I have a bit of an advantage that I can basically enjoy the good food more, and yeah, I'm really thankful for that. So next up, thing number 7, being in tune with your emotions. And this thing kind of resonates with the last thing that I told you, listening to your body, listening to your mind. Well, there are certain occasions that you shouldn't listen to your mind, and it's when your mind is telling you that you cannot do something. Well, it's really complicated, and it's up to the individual. But for example, if your mind is telling you that you cannot get successful, then it's completely wrong. And yeah, you can get successful, like I guarantee you. It just takes a lot of time, and it won't happen overnight, as already mentioned before. And yeah, you just have to live and learn, I guess, because I am not a mental health, like I am not an expert, I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. And yeah, I'm telling you also my experience, and I just want to help you guys, like that's it. Because I was in a place some years ago, I was not confident the way that I am today. And also guys, one of the most important things that I almost forgot to mention is that you have to set goals, really high goals, but also goals that will make you a better person, that are challenging, but those goals are just shy of being impossible. Like, maybe they might seem impossible, but they are actually possible. And literally, the word impossible itself says that I am possible. So go for it, have big dreams, and that's what I'm currently doing. And yeah, I believe that that's the best like mindset to have. But also don't get too caught up in those failed attempts, and try to learn from them as much as possible. And yeah. And so guys, today is actually the next day of this video that I'm recording. Yeah, the arm's looking good, but the last thing that you should pay attention to is the people that you surround yourself with. Basically, the people that are around you, you are like there is a saying that you are like the average of the 5 people that are around you. So if you surround yourself with people who want to improve, not with drug addicts, there is a lower chance of you becoming a drug addict, and there is a really high chance of you to become successful. And yeah, you should really prioritize that. And that's also like maybe top 1 of the most important things that also helped me to become better. And it's really like life-changing when you surround yourself with people that maybe they challenge how you think, but they are also supportive of you, and like they just make you grow as a person. So yeah. And so yeah guys, that was it from me. My parents have just arrived home, and I gotta outro this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video helps you, and if you enjoyed this video, press the like button, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video.